Hey guys, and welcome to today's video, which is a collaboration. The concept of today's video was inspired by Men's Mental Health Week here in Australia, and today we're going to be focusing on different methods for building self-confidence as a guy. I did label this video Building Self-Confidence as a Guy with Long Hair. However, the real truth is confidence has nothing to do with the length of your hair, and it's all about how you process what's going on up here. And I could not have picked a better bunch of guys to collaborate with me on this. We have a fellow YouTuber in the house who you will all know very, very well. I've collaborated with him before. We have a TEDx speaker who has fantastic insight into what it means to create a legacy, and he's also the CEO of a marketing agency. We also have an entrepreneur slash famous TikToker, and we also have a professional dating and authenticity coach who you will also be familiar with as well because he is also a fellow YouTuber. All you need to know is the lineup is amazing, and all of these guys have a different story to tell. All of them are really unique in their own special way, and all of them are great at not giving a shit about what other people think of them. And that's really what inspires me about them, and I'm 100% positive, if not 99.999% positive that you're going to get value out of today's video. Side note as well, I am not a psychologist or therapist, but what I do know is everybody has their own individual methods for building up their self-confidence, including myself, and the way that they apply it to their life is also unique to them. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here to share. So enjoy and let me know what you think in the comment section. I guess because we're here on my channel, we'll start with me. In my experience, the biggest thing I've learned about confidence is that it's fluid based on how familiar or how comfortable I am with the object, person, or scenario that is playing out in front of me. The more comfortable or familiar I am with the subject, the more confident, relaxed, and composed I can feel in that situation. And then on the opposite side, the more foreign and seemingly threatening the subject is, the more scared and anxious I get. A classic example of this was the first time I ever wore a man bun in public. Does anybody else remember the first time they wore a man bun in public? It's just a hairdo. No big deal, right? But internally, I was like, does this look okay? Am I an idiot for wearing this? What is everyone thinking? Oh my God, why did I do this? And you know what? The only way that feeling ever went away for me was by consistently wearing a man bun over and over and over again, until the point where it became so familiar and comfortable that it now feels weird that I don't have one. The point I'm making is I had to pull something that made me feel uncomfortable closer to me and spend more time doing that thing in order to gain that comfort and familiarity that I needed in order to feel confident about something. And if we look at that, that's just on a small scale with a hairdo, you know? It's like very laser focused on one thing, but the concept of pulling things that make you feel uncomfortable closer in order to get familiar with them has actually helped me through so many other trials and tribulations in my life. The same thing happened when I grew my full mane out. It happened when I drove a manual car for the first time. It happened to me when I came out of the closet. It happened to me when I uploaded my first YouTube video. It happened to me when I moved to another country on my own when I was 20 years old. And it's even happening to me right now as I'm going through the process of buying my first home and shitting my fucking pants. I went to this open home inspection the other day, right? And one of the other potential buyers that was there was asking the agent all these questions like, what are the body corp fees? What are the rates on this place? Are there any levies coming up? What is the sinking fund like? And to be honest, I was sitting there going like, did you just say this building's sinking? That experience completely overwhelmed me, and I felt really, really dumb for not knowing what a sinking fund was. However, now that I've gone and had that experience, I've taken what I needed to from it, like all the terminology, and you bet I'm going to my next inspection feeling far more confident because I know what a sinking fund is, I know why it's important, and I know that the apartment that I do end up buying is going to have a healthy one. So in a nutshell, to me, the main crux of confidence is actually learning. Not knowing and not familiar equals not confident. To learn means to acquire knowledge. More knowing equals more familiar, and more familiar equals confident. And if you hate learning or trying new stuff, I beg you to reconsider that, because even though things don't always pan out perfectly when we step into the unknown, you're actually robbing yourself of ever uncovering your full potential, whatever that might be. And I hate that for you. So please think about it, all right? Now that's enough from me, and it's time to get on to our next guest, which is...
What's up guys, Trav White here. Welcome back to the chin. Wait, This isn't my channel. What's up guys, Trav White here. Thank you Thomas for having me on your channel. If you don't know me, I create videos around hair, style, and grooming to help you become more confident. So this video is really in line with what I love to talk about, because at the end of the day, all of this stuff comes down to the core topic of confidence. But it is such a vague term. What does it really mean? So I'm gonna take you guys back in time a little bit to when I was in high school. I literally used to be the most insecure kid on the planet. I had no style, I had no muscle, I had no conversation skills, I had like no confidence. And it wasn't until I got to college that I really started hitting the gym, putting some muscle mass on, dressing better, and people started to notice me. And yeah, that did help a little bit with my confidence, but I was still shy. I changed my external appearance, which did help me to get noticed, but I would still hesitate to, for example, approach a pretty girl because my brain would shut down. I would second guess every business idea that I had because I was always consider the risks over the possibilities, and I still struggled with confidence. Now don't get me wrong, changing your external appearance definitely helps, and there's plenty of data and research to support how improving your style and fitness can positively impact your self-confidence, but it wasn't until I did a lot of internal work that things really started taking off for me. So the moment this all kind of changed was when one of my business mentors shared an insight with me that kind of flipped a switch. See, for many years, I just thought, well, you either have confidence or you don't. I remember my mentor, which Antonio from Real Men Real Style, if you guys don't know him, but he basically said, no man, you have confidence all wrong. Confidence doesn't just show up when you wish for it. Confidence is something you create. And I was like, what does that mean? And he went on to say that there's this big lie in society that people assume you have to have confidence before you can do anything. This whole thing is a huge myth. You don't summon confidence from nothing. You create confidence through taking action over and over and over and over again, and then you build on it through experience. In order to become confident, you must, and this is non-negotiable, you must do things that scare you. I'm gonna say that again. You must do things that scare you. You're never going to summon confidence randomly, all of a sudden become fearless and achieve all your dreams. You're only gonna become fearless through facing your fears. In other words, confidence is trusting in yourself in spite of that fear. So that's sort of my secret approach that I take whenever I start to feel like I'm losing confidence or I'm starting to feel anxious, is to lean into that fear, not back away from it. Because the reality is you're more scared of the anticipation of something than you are of the reality of it. Thomas, I appreciate you having me on the video. If you guys want to check me out, Trav White on all social media. Go be confident. See you in the next one. Peace.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. This was the advice that my dad gave to me when I was 5 years old, and I came home crying because the kids at school were making fun of my curly hair. I know, it sounds crazy, it sounds immature, it sounds stupid now as a 33-year-old man talking about it. But the reason I bring it up is because it was the first time that I became aware, and I'm sure you've got your version of this, that other people's opinions can really sting. And the reason I talk about that is because we are all human beings, unique, special, amazing individuals. You are one of a kind, really, you are. There is nobody in the history of mankind that will ever be you. Nobody ever has, no one ever will. You are you, and that's an amazing, special gift to the world, and something that you should always take into consideration, to seize the day and to know that everything counts, because time is the currency of life. So I'm Tommy Gentleman. I am the CEO of a digital marketing company called Tide 55. But I've also done a few other things in my life, including being a fitness presenter. I've run multiple businesses in the last 10 to 12 years. I'm the chairman of a charity, and I've done a little bit of public speaking, including a TEDx talk on legacy. If we take the word confidence and we look at what that word actually means, it means to confide. And to confide is to trust. So, in other words, one has to trust oneself in order to be confident. If you wish to trust yourself more, you have to unlock and open the idea in your mind and in your heart that you are an ingenious survivor of all the things that you've been through in the past. Look at the biggest challenges that you've ever had in your life. And I know that you've had more than one. And look into the eyes of that challenge. Don't run away from the darkness. Don't run away and hide from the challenges. Turn, face them, and understand and realize that by the simple fact that you're still here is proof, evidence that you can trust yourself. We can transform those challenges into confidence. Your opinion, your strength, based on the evidence that you've made it through that, should hold your opinion stronger and higher and more substantial than any negative or positive opinion of anybody else. And that is what it means to really be confident and to know that names really cannot hurt you. Don't hold yourself back and don't deny other people from the brilliance, the greatness within you, simply because of what other people might say or think. So thank you. I really have loved being a part of this project. My name is Tommy Gentleman. If you wish to connect with me, then the best way to do that is on Instagram at Tommy Gentleman. I also have a podcast called Tommy G Talks, and I'd love for you to get involved in the conversation over there. Thanks again.
Hi, my name's Owen. I'm 38 years old and located on the south coast of England in a county called Dorset. For my day job, I work within sales. Ever since leaving school, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. So I fell into sales, worked with a variety of companies, worked my way up the corporate ladder until I got to my current senior sales position that I'm in right now. Outside the day job, I have a couple of businesses alongside my wife, Faye. My main focus right now is my personal brand using social media such as Instagram and TikTok, where I work with brands and their products for beard care and hair care, along with other lifestyle products. It took me up until I was about 30 years of age until I was seriously self-confident. Before that, I was always self-conscious and aware of what other people might say or think about me. I was clean-shaven, I had short hair, and I was your very stereotypical salesperson. When I hit the age of 30, Faye and I, that's when we first started looking into business and we started reading more books about business. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, for example, absolute life changer for me. And I was also watching videos as well online from people such as Gary Vaynerchuk. And when you listen to those types of people, you learn that in order to be truly happy in life, you have to stop caring about what other people say and think about you. You've got to do what makes you happy in life. I always wanted to grow my hair long and have a big beard, so that's what I did. And I've never been happier and I've never been more successful. So please, I would suggest to any of you watching this, surround yourself with positive and influential people, be that physically at network meetings or even just reading books from people who inspire you or watching YouTube videos of people who inspire you. Self-confidence is an area of life which I could talk about for hours. I try and share all my ideas, thoughts and positivity on my social media channels, along with all my beard care and hair care products and routine tips. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Instagram. My handle is Owen_Janes, or you can find me on TikTok, and my TikTok handle is Owen.oj.
Hi guys, Alex Orlando here, and these are the things that I did in order to improve my confidence, and these are the things that I think you should do too. Number one, define what it is that you really care about and spend your time doing that. This is the thing. I think most of us spend our time consistently trying to get the approval of other people. I think we spend our time doing things that we think will impress other people and things that will really make other people respect us. Those likes that you want on Facebook, those likes that you want on Instagram are never going to make you happy. They'll just give you a brief, short-term source of validation which will feel good for about 15-20 seconds. You need to stop doing that, because the more you do that, the more you're tricking yourself into believing that you need it, and the more you believe that you need it, the less time you're going to spend doing things that you really care about. Instead, find out what it is that you're passionate about, find out what it is that really excites you, and spend your time doing that. And that will make you feel so confident because you're really beginning to be yourself and do what you want to do. Number 2, define your own style and express it whenever you can. Life is way too short to worry about what other people think, and life is way too short to worry about what other people are going to say when they look at you. Have your own style, enjoy it, express it, and what you'll start to realize is that not everybody will like it, but the people that do like it will really like it. And that will mean that you'll be attractive to the right type of people. It will mean that you make friends with people that you've got things in common with, and that in turn is going to be so powerful for your self-esteem and your confidence. Number 3, appreciate that confidence can vary from situation to situation, and acknowledge that it's okay to not feel confident. I think we as men feel that we need to be powerful, strong, and never express our emotions. And if we do, we're going to be shamed for doing so. The reality is that's not realistic, and the reality is you're really stopping your development by doing so. The best place to develop is to acknowledge that you don't feel confident with something and that you may need some help in order to progress. And when you start doing that, firstly expressing it to yourself, but also expressing it to other people, you're beginning to set the space and you're beginning to give yourself the opportunity to develop because you're acknowledging that you need support in order to get somewhere. And when you take something that you don't feel confident doing and turn it into a strength, that will make you feel so confident. And number 4, I'm just going to leave this one and be very short with this. Be a man of your word. If you say you're going to get something done, make sure you get it done, because that will build respect for yourself. And the more respect you have for yourself, the more confident you're going to feel. And that's it. 4 really simple tips, but 4 tips that made a massive difference to my confidence, and 4 tips that I think will make a massive difference to your confidence too. So thank you so much, Thomas, for the opportunity to be in this video. If you're interested in more of my content, I'll link my YouTube channel down below as well. And if you're interested in direct one-on-one coaching, I'll also link my website down below. Nothing but love, guys.
And there you have it, guys. That brings us to the end of this video about building self-confidence as a man in general. Just wanted to say another big, massive thank you to Trav White, Owen Janes, Tommy Gentleman, and Alex Orlando for taking part in this video today. Those 4 guys really are A players. They're all super switched on, and I just can't thank them enough for jumping on here. If you do want to follow them, all of their social media links and websites will be listed below, so you can go and find them on the internet. And yeah, and everybody's different. The last thing that I want you to do as well is compare yourself. Don't compare your progress to somebody else's. As long as you know that you're applying things that you're learning to your life in the best way you can with what you have at this time, that is the best you can do, and that's really all that can be expected at this moment. So yeah, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. This kind of stuff is what knocks my socks off personally. Like, I love it. So I'm down to make more of it. You just got to let me know in the comment section below, okay? Like I said earlier, if you want to know more about Trav, Owen, Alex, or Tommy, their links to everything, all of their social medias, their websites, everything will be linked for you down below. They are really, really good guys, and I really recommend you go and follow them, okay? But yeah, that's all for now. I hope you're all staying safe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video, okay? Catch you later.